Liberia, where vote counting continues following a peaceful presidential runoff between football legend George Weah and former Vice President Joseph Boakai. Boakai, the challenger, has gained an initial edge with the early results showing him ahead with 50.7% from a count of 1,315 polling stations, representing over 386,000 votes. Now, the slim lead follows a tight first-round race where Weah narrowly surpassed Boakai by 7,126 votes. Observers anticipate a close outcome as the Electoral Commission progresses through the tally, which commenced immediately after polls closed. Despite fears of violence and irregularities, reports indicate a mostly tranquil process. The results are expected within 15 days.
I will now read the consolidated National Presidential Progressive Tally reports, to be followed by those reports from the counties. Of a total of 1,315 polling places, of a total of 5,890 polling places, constituting 22.33%. Boakai Joseph N. UP. Votes obtained 193,041, constituting 50.71%. Weah George Mane, CDC. Votes obtained 187,615, constituting 49.29%. Total valid votes 380,656, constituting 100%. Total invalid votes 5,420. Total votes 386,076. Those were the results from the National Presidential Progressive Tally Report Consolidated. The Commission reports that during the vote counting and the retrieval of electoral materials, there were isolated cases of disturbances at some of the precincts, especially in centers. Similarly, in Electoral District number 12, at the Chicken Soup Factory AGM School, another hired vehicle was prevented from retrieving electoral materials for the same reason. Also in Electoral District number 2, at the MVTC precinct, an electoral supervisor was attacked and wounded. Thankfully, the LNP took the necessary actions to quell those incidents.
Well, our correspondent Punarimam Benjamin joins us now from Monrovia, the Liberian capital, for an update on the election. Punarimam, great to see you. Please fill us in on the latest.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon. It's all well and good. Please, please fill us in on the latest.
Okay, so votings are still being counted, but we know that 22% of the votes have been counted, and Joseph Boakai, who is the opposition candidate, is already leading. But that is not to say that he's the winner of the elections, because there are much more. There's still a lot of votes that are yet to be counted. But the next chairperson is saying that they are trying their best to see how they will conclude on the votings today and announce the result. But so far, Joseph Boakai is leading, and what we're seeing is how we're seeing anxiety, and we're seeing that Liberians are waiting. They're waiting to see how the outcome will be. But for now, votings are still ongoing. And we just had a briefing from the ECOWAS observation mission. The head of the mission, Atairu Jega, briefed journalists earlier in the day, and he highlighted some of the challenges that observers had faced, while they were in counties observing, the elections. And some of these challenges were the fact that the infrastructural challenges, which is the fact that most of the observers couldn't get to where they are supposed to go to observe the elections. But generally, from his assessment of the elections, it was peaceful. Of course, there were pockets of violence here and there, but nobody died, no life was lost. And the security personnel also discharged their duties in the best way possible, because they didn't interfere with the election. They were just there and watching and making sure that things go on as expected. But so far, the elections went on well, and the ECOWAS head of mission is also asking, the candidate to remain calm and to also urge their supporters not to go to the streets, not to protest, not to create any chaos. And they're also telling them that whatever the outcome of the result is, they should accept it in good faith, for the betterment of Liberians.
Right. Now, Punarimam, with just around 2 million registered voters, what are the nuances on the ground that cause this vote counting to take so long? It seems like a relatively small number. Why does it take this long for us to get results?
Okay, normally, according to what we heard, Liberian National Elections Commission, it takes them 15 days to be able to collate results and then conclude on their countings and declare winner for the election. But looking at this election, it's just 2 candidates who contested for the election. So we're saying that it's not going to take as long as it should for them to be able to conclude with the countings and then to declare winner of the election. And we also note that the turnout was low, which is because only 2 candidates were contesting, and those whose candidates are out of the race, they didn't find it necessary, to come out and vote for those 2 candidates who they are not supporting. But generally, the elections went well, it was peaceful, and we just hope that even when the results are being announced, this peace will be sustained.
Well said, Punarimam. Now, of course, we know that observers anticipate a close outcome as the Electoral Commission progresses through the tally. Can you tell us more about what you're hearing from these observers, briefly, please?
Okay, so the observers are basically from the general assessment, and all the observers from different counties are back to Monrovia, that is Liberia's capital, and they have filed in their reports. And from what they had briefed the press, the elections generally was peaceful. They just, experienced little challenges, especially in one of the counties where someone wanted to cause chaos. And then they also talked about an issue where they said a chopper landed in a particular county with electoral materials. But later on, from what the observer told us, he said when they did their investigation, they found out that the allegations cannot be substantiated. So basically, that was what happened. But at the end of the day, they went on with the process and everything went on peacefully.
All right. Well, we do pray for continued peace throughout the process and hopefully the declaration of a winner very, very soon. Punarimam Benjamin, Rise correspondent live from Monrovia, Liberia. Thank you so much for your time.